spring day here in the valley, but we do have those thunderstorms in the high country. Let's get it over to Heather.
Yeah, that's another sign of spring. Mountain thunderstorms, snow is melting, and that extra water, well, that gets evaporated into the air, provides moisture for these thunderstorms. I'll show you what's triggering the storms here in just a second. But yeah, a lot of lightning to talk about over the past hour. Let's zoom in between 80 and 50. A pretty good thunderstorm just to the north of Pollock Pines. Our lightning counter picking up 15 strikes just within the last 5 minutes. Now, the good news is, as this continues to try to move to the south, we're not seeing the lightning immediately within the vicinity of Pollock Pines, but it has been raining steadily there for about the past hour or so. Also watching these thunderstorms kind of surrounding Arnold at this point. Fortunately, we're not seeing the heaviest of the rain nor the hail along Highway 4, but some of those surface streets, yeah, maybe some slow going there, especially if any of that hail accumulates. That can be just as slick as snow. But look at the view from our Sutter Buttes camera. This is looking to the east towards those thunderstorm clouds. So what's happening is these storms are bubbling up to 20, 30,000 feet, and then the high altitude winds pushing the tops of those clouds down over parts of the foothills and now even into parts of the San Joaquin Valley. So if you're in Stockton or Manteca and you're seeing the high clouds increasing, that's coming off those thunderstorms in the Sierra. But in the valley, it's warm. Temperatures right now are in the mid 80s. We're in the 70s in the foothills. Little gusts of wind coming from some of those thunderstorms and keeping temperatures down a bit along parts of Highway 49. But South Lake Tahoe and Truckee have been dry today. The east slope of the Sierra not as active as what we saw yesterday, so temperatures there are in the lower 60s. All right, here's the trigger for those thunderstorms. You can follow here from the Sierra, trace this line of clouds and storms through the Four Corners and up into the northern plains. That's a front that's stretched across really the western half of the country, and that front is kind of providing the energy, whereas the Sierra provides sort of the lift to get that air rising. All those ingredients together making for a stormy day in the mountains, but high pressure here over the Pacific. That's keeping things quiet in the valley, and it's going to help to quiet things down tomorrow in the Sierra too. Futurecast showing that by 9 o'clock this evening, showers are done. It's a nice, quiet and mild evening in the valley. It'll be mild in the foothills too. Winds will be light. Thursday, we start with plenty of sunshine, another mild morning. Temperatures will jump up quickly back into the mid to upper 80s for the valley. And notice this time tomorrow, the Sierra is going to stay much quieter. By Friday morning, there's a telltale sign of an onshore breeze. Friday, not quite as warm. We'll look at the 7-day in just a second. But again, tomorrow in the Sierra, much calmer than today. The Yosemite Valley could see a stray shower or thunderstorm into the afternoon. Most of the activity will stay to the south. Sunny day from Grass Valley to Sonora tomorrow. Temperatures up a few degrees without those storms off to the east. At the coast, temperatures in the mid 60s. We'll be back in the 80s in Fairfield and in Concord. We'll feel more of that onshore breeze, though, in the evening. Very warm day for the San Joaquin Valley. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. The Sacramento Valley reaching the mid to upper 80s again before that Delta breeze kicks in later in the evening. Here's the effect of that onshore breeze. Look at Friday. Almost 10 degrees cooler than what we're going with for tomorrow. Still expecting cooler weather this weekend with a few valley showers and maybe a little bit of Sierra slush. So things trending better for people with outdoor plans this weekend.
All right. That's good to know. Thank you, Heather.